Hello world, Shelly here, and today I'm going to put a side-by-side test to the new Elf Putty Eye Primer next to my beloved MAC paint pot in Painterly. I got the rose version of the Elf Primer. They appear to be similar in the positioning. It is a putty-based primer like the MAC paint pot. Now the MAC paint pot, of course, is intended to be it's a long wear shadow, but it works wonderfully as an eyeshadow base. And when you look at these two side by side, they look similar. The rose color of Elf doesn't look as rose in the jar, but when you swatch it, it does come off quite similar, maybe just a smidge lighter than the MAC paint pot in Painterly, but I would say these two have a very similar undertone, and I'm guessing would be intended to work similarly. The Elf is, of course, much less expensive than the MAC. The Elf Putty Eye Primer is $5 versus the MAC Paint Pot, which is $22. Now, when you dip into the pot, this is the Elf. The Elf feels more emollient. It's a slippier and thinner consistency, whereas the paint pot, I'm going to use my ring finger here, it has a little bit more grip to it and a little bit less slip, and it comes off a little bit thicker, a little bit more substantial. We'll see if that impacts the level of coverage on the eyes. The one thing that I enjoy about the MAC paint pot is that I can get coverage of the sort of the blood vessels that run through my eyes and even out that shade of my lid before I apply any sort of eyeshadows. I will say, I dug my fingernail into it and have to wipe that off. I will say that I have been testing from Maybelline, the Color Tattoo. They put out some pot shadows. This is the VIP, and I thought it might be similar, but I've been testing it. It's not similar. This particular one is a peach undertone, which would be fine, except that these are really, really sheer. Let's see. I'm going to swatch it right closest to my watch. So they come off really sheer, and you see how you can still see, the skin beneath, like my blood vessels and everything, whereas we're getting a little bit of coverage with both of the others. It also doesn't really hold as a base. It really is meant to be a shadow. There's another shade that looks a bit more neutral, but it has shimmer in it, so that's really not something you would want put down as a base unless you're going for a special effect. So the Maybelline Color Tattoo pots, even though they look similar, I would not say they are a dupe for a MAC paint pot type of an eye primer. So let's go ahead and try these out, and we'll see at the end of the day how they wore. Should I not tell you which one I'm putting on which eyeball? Let's see here. Maybe I'll use a brush so I don't dig my fingernails into my pots. All right. I'll not tell you which one is which. How about that?
As every ocean come as rain, I know my circles, I know my name. Another sequel is on the way. Oh, oh, my love, reform and rise to be so free. Closing circles and you'll be going strong. And I know there is a reason. Now we're ready to be whole. Yeah, ready to be whole. And I'll be coming home, and you'll be going strong, my love, infinity. And I'll be coming home,
Okay, here we are. Eye look is done. We will see how this wears. I will come back this evening and we will see if one side wore better than the other. In terms of application, I feel like the one product applied just a little bit more grippy than the other. I will tell you which one when we get back this evening and see how they wore. But generally speaking, I think my eye look turned out just fine right off the bat. So let's see if they can hold on equally till the end of the night, and I'll be back and we'll find out. Alright guys, it is 11:47 p.m. I've been wearing this makeup for almost 12 hours. Let's take a look and see how these eye primers stacked up against each other. First up, let's just analyze what's going on. If I'm looking at the maintenance of the matte shades and the depth of how well they stayed put, I think it's very, very close. They look very similar. I did not use glitter primer for either one. I think my left eye, the nose ring side, kept the glitter in place just a little bit better, but really not much different between the two at all. I feel like neither side is creasing. I think my nose ring side maybe held the lighter pigment on the inner third of my lid a little bit better. I've kind of lost that pigment a little bit more on my right hand side, but overall I really would never guess that I had used two different primer products. Are you ready to see which side is which? All right. Ta-da! This side was the MAC Paint Pot, the side that I do think performed just a little bit better. And this side was the Elf. Little bit less performance, but quite honestly, for $5, I'm okay with that. I'm probably going to continue to buy the MAC Paint Pot. I think I like the texture a little bit better. I like the coverage a little bit better. I think they're very, 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 very similar. And if you want a cruelty-free option and you're in love with the paint pot, but you don't want to continue supporting a non-cruelty-free brand, check out the Elf Putty, the Putty Eye Primer. I give it a thumbs up. I'm alright with this. I'm going to use it. Also, since it's plastic packaging versus glass, it's a little bit lighter packaging. I was just thinking that for travel, which I'm not going to be traveling anytime soon. We got word yesterday that my Ireland study abroad trip is canceled. I feel like there's a hair on my face, you guys. It's driving me crazy. I have to find it. Oh, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm not going to Ireland this summer. Well, until all the travel bans and everything are lifted, then I'm just going to go myself. But my program was canceled, so Yeah, so I've been thinking about travel or not travel lately. Yeah, but there you have it. I'd say the Elf is a pretty doggone good dupe if you are looking to dupe out the MAC paint pots. There you have it. Another makeup comparison in the books. If you enjoy these side-by-side tests, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.